When it comes to COVID-19 and education, there's a forgotten group, students with disabilities. I wanted to take a closer look by crunching the numbers to see if they've fallen behind and what's being done right now to ensure these students stay on track to graduate.
The stats are in, and sadly, it's not good. The Center on Reinventing Public Education is sounding the alarm about the effects of the pandemic for students with disabilities. It found almost all students declined academically in 2020, but the special ed group was affected most. Researchers compared English and math test scores of 9-year-olds from 2019 to 2022. They found the sharpest decline in math scores since testing started in 1973 and the largest drop in reading since 1990. I spoke with a Huntsville mom whose teenage son has autism. She said prior to the pandemic, her son loved going to school to learn new things and for the socialization aspect. However, she added, when schools shuttered, it was difficult to get him to sit in front of a computer long enough to study. And now that virtual learning is over, she is receiving more calls about his behavior, particularly he is not able to focus during class lectures.
And she is not alone. Several other North Alabama parents, like her, complained about the same thing on social media. The study shows it boils down to a lack of support, as many families say more needs to be done to ensure their child receives proper accommodations or therapies to transition back into the classroom.
But that's a tough ask, as many school districts are already stretched thin due to a teacher shortage. This concern was taken straight to Washington, D.C., where lawmakers allocated $125 billion for K-12 education as part of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Part of that act was supposed to be everyone's answered prayer, with free educational assistance and behavioral and mental health support. But according to CRPE, only a small percentage of that funding was used. How small, you ask? Only 2%.
And as we near the start of school, some families are taking a very creative approach to this learning regression by creating pods with 2 or 3 families that are taught by a freelance instructor.
So do you tell me this actually helps these children work through their feelings of isolation and depression and stress?
Yeah, it can. It
Really
can be
good to
very
see.
beneficial for them.